Hi everybody, I'm doing a review on Badass bikes and the Badass 4 e-bike tuner for Shimano. This is the one that I've purchased. It comes in something like that, and in it you get the Badass 4 unit, which you've probably seen several times. It looks like that. There you go. And you get like a replacement magnet to go on it. My gripe about the magnet is that it's very low quality thread, so the thread has a tendency to cross thread. So I'm a bit surprised that German quality being not well thought out and a little bit low quality. The video instructions, there are none that I can find so far directly from Badass, so that's one bad point I can see so far. The e-bike tuner does work, and I've got it up to 25 miles an hour at the moment, just on a quick, very short straight, so I can see 28 would be quite realistic if I put a little bit more effort into it, so it's definitely working. So this is the steps you need to do, is make sure that it's pointing that way, your cable is pointing that way where it goes, just there, on this bar, so it must be pointing like that. I think they didn't really write it in English because maybe they couldn't, or they hadn't got the ability to write English because they're German, but kind of a bit surprising. Even the Chinese managed to do that. And they've got some English instructions, but they're pretty lame and basic, but maybe they wanted to keep it basic for simplicity. So you've got a magnet here where you need to make sure that you've got the polarity of the magnet pointing very close to the sensor, and although they show the sensor position being quite close, so that's the sort of rough position there. Oh, by the way, you need to make sure that the thing is the right way up, so I'm going to show underneath it here, so that's what it should look like underneath. Yep, and I'm just going to show really close. Get my torch out so you can see a little bit. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Alright, you can see there. Yeah, that's it. I'll have my torch on. Good. So, there we go. That's what it looks like there. And a quick look at the other side. That's what it should look like from the other side. And I've put my old magnet to keep it stored close up away from it, because if you have the old magnet close to it, it will interfere with the signal. So you need to make sure that your new magnet is positioned so that it's exactly like this. And I'm just going to show you the position it should be in. Okay, so this is the position the magnet should be in, and I'm going to try and do an above view here. So you've got a very accurate view in relation to the crossbeam. Let's maybe go above here where the tyre is. So you should be able to get an idea of where it should be. I'll go right above the magnet there. So my camera lens is directly above the sensor. Sorry, the magnet and the sensor there. That's dead. That position there is in line with my camera position lens. I can see my finger is in line with my camera lens, so that's a very good indicator. Whereas their photographs are kind of over here, which is lame. You need an above photograph to get an accurate view. So I can't see any videos on Badass website showing this kind of indicator. If that's not the exact position, it will not work, and what you'll get is jittering. So it'll engage, disengage, engage, disengage, and it'll be rubbish. So it's quite critical. So that's that. There we go. I'll just show you this. There we go. That's what it should look like, roughly. There goes another position there. Maybe zoom in a bit. See what I can. Don't know if I can zoom into this. I tried it before through. I don't think you can. I can't zoom in while it's on this setting. But anyway, you get the idea. So yeah, it works. I've checked it. Speed works okay. Instructions are a little bit lackluster, to be honest. That's it. Really could do with some video instructions, but other than that, the bike tuner actually works, so I'm quite pleased with that. It does come with a spare battery. It's pretty on and offable. You can put a tie wrap there, which they recommend as an optional thing, but that's it really. It's they've kept it very simple. You know, check it points that way. Make sure you replace the magnet with that position. I don't like the photo that actually can't tell which way round that is, because in fact it's that way round, which in fact it points in the opposite direction to this photo, so that's an upside down photo. In reality that's more like what you're going to see in relation to what your bike's going to look like, because that's the way it should be really pointing, not that way around. Because if you look at it, even those two photos are in opposition to each other, aren't they? So they need to redo that manual at some point. That's confusing. Other than that, next step is check that it looks like that, and that's your lot. This is on the steps E8000, so you want it to look like that. Okay, so that's that.